Good evening, friends, family, and staff of the Cajon Valley Union School District. This is your Superintendent, David Miyashiro, reporting to you from Dearborn, Michigan. I'll explain that in a minute. So you know how we've had a cold stretch in El Cajon the last several weeks? Well, we've got nothing on Michigan. I think it's actually below zero here. But I'm here to share with you about the governing board election, our Cajon Valley White House recognition, enrollment, our teacher and staff shortage and how we're responding to it, collaboration, curriculum adoption, and articulation we've had with the Grossmont Union High School District that I'm sure you'll want to know about. So we just had our governing board election, and 2 of the 5 governing board members retired from the board. Please join me in thanking Justin Slagle and Suzanne Mullins for their years of service on the governing board. Under their leadership, we've had amazing relationships with our collective bargaining units, CSEA and CVEA, our management team, and the community at large, the police department, the fire department, the city of El Cajon, our local churches, and our business community as well. We are very thankful for their service and wish them well on their next stage. We also have 2 newly elected board members who started this Tuesday, so please join me in welcoming Karen Clark Mejia and Jim Miller to the governing board. We're excited about their election and the talents and services they'll bring to the team. And so here are your 5 governing board members. And after the election, from left to right, your governing board president, Joe Alegria, board vice president, Tamara Otero, board clerk, Jill Bartow, and our new team members, Karen and Jim. And really looking forward to working with this team. Also part of the general election was Measure EE, which passed. And I'm so excited to say thank you to our local community and taxpayers for supporting the school district, the children, and our one-to-one learning that allows us to personalize learning for every student. On a related note, last month the Cajon Valley Union School District was invited to the White House along with 34 other districts to be celebrated and recognized for our advancements in personalized learning with digital technology. We are also convened by the U.S. Department of Education to assist them in steps to help other school districts who have yet to make the shift. In Tom's district, Lindsay Unified, they've built wireless towers and they're accessing their district internet using these towers to provide wireless to all students wherever they are in the community. Truly 24/7 access, especially for students who don't have internet access at home. This provides equity and access for all. This is one of the innovative ideas that we brought back home, and our CTO John Gurton is exploring the possibilities right now. One of the benefits and also one of the reasons for our recognition are the partnerships we've developed over the last several years. So Code to the Future, Code.org, the TED organization, Qualcomm Illumina, Legoland, Google, and Digital Promise, just to name a few. These partnerships not only give us access to thought leaders, but actual resources and support from the business community, philanthropy, and others advancing this work. One of the benefits and one of the reasons we're active in branding and marketing our relationships and progress with folks like Code.org and the TED organization and TEDx Kids at El Cajon is the ability not only to maintain but also to increase enrollment. As of today, enrollment is now up 331 students to date from last year. As many of you know, public school districts are funded by enrollment and average daily attendance. This is also why we've created the Saturday Explorer program. Students enrolled in the Cajon Valley School District have the additional opportunity of free enrichment classes on Saturdays from 8 to 12 at Emerald Middle School. Some of the program offerings are computer science and coding, Minecraft modding, art, music, PE, foreign languages, crafting, makerspaces, and that's just to name a few. There's more information online on our website. We're pleased to have so many inter-district transfers from local districts around the county, and also that students are coming back from private and charter schools because our program offerings are so much better than their current schools. About half of our new students are inter-district transfers and kids coming back from private and charter schools. A majority of the other half are newcomers to our country. We actually have over 100 new students from Syria alone, many of them here fleeing war and who have experienced a great deal of trauma. We couldn't be more happy to welcome these 331 new students to the Cajon Valley family, every one. The rapid influx of new students, however, has placed tremendous strain on our school system. There's already a national teacher shortage. We have a substitute teacher shortage, and some of our classified positions are very hard to fill as well. I want to share with you some of the things that we're working on right now to address these needs. We're partnering with the University of San Diego to create a Pathways to Employment program right here in El Cajon. Rather than compete with local school districts for the same group of teachers, this program aims to grow a local workforce. The Cajon Valley Union School District is the city's largest employer. The goal of this program is to attract and retain residents of our own community to fill these positions. Teachers, substitute teachers, classroom assistants, whatever our local residents are qualified to do, whether that be entry level or starting right in the classroom. Part of the program also aims at assisting our own employees to advance in their careers by removing the barriers of time and money. Starting with our own employees who might want to advance in their career, we're creating programs at our school sites so that employees can work during the day, but then also take university-level classes right here at our school sites. For those who need it, we'll provide childcare. We plan to offer degree completion programs and also programs to earn a credential to teach. These programs will be offered at low cost or no cost to current and new employees with the idea that any debt incurred will be forgiven over the first several years of employment. There are many more details and more information will come. I think every school site has felt the frustration of the lack of substitute teachers in our district. Teachers who sign up for professional development have made sub-plans only to have to return to the school site because no substitute arrived at the school. There have also been days where we didn't have enough substitute teachers to cover teachers who were out sick. In several circumstances, teachers helped to cover and take more students on days where we didn't have enough substitute teachers. At the middle schools, teachers gave up their prep period to cover so that every child had a teacher when substitute teachers didn't come. And we commend all of our teachers and thank them for all this service, but this is not fair to the students and it's certainly not fair to our teachers. Our assistant super personnel, Michelle Hayes, is working on a substitute teacher incentive plan. This plan is multi-tiered. A couple of the big ideas is to offer $150 a day to retired teachers from Cajon Valley Union School District. They know our system, they know our kids, and they'd be the best first providers for substitute teaching. The second part of the plan is a loyalty plan. For example, substitute teachers who work up to 50 days in Cajon Valley will then receive an increase in their daily rate. And then teachers who work up to 100 days would earn $150 a day each day thereafter. Several of our substitute teachers are actually parents in the school district, and we plan to provide free childcare through our extended day program to substitute teachers who have children in our school district. At our last Principals Council meeting, we discussed the pilot program to eliminate the need for substitute teachers for professional development, and also providing enrichment classes for students. For example, at an elementary school, we would provide the site funding to hire a music teacher, a computer science teacher, an art teacher, a PE teacher, up to 3 or 4 teachers that would provide high-quality enrichment to students on a daily basis. While the students are with their enrichment teachers, the classroom teachers would then be released to do grading and assessment, lesson planning, and collaborate with their peers to provide a high-quality program for students, and then not take that work home with them after school, but get it done during the workday. That's a win for teachers and that's a win for students. We still need to iron out details and talk with stakeholders, but we plan to roll this out in the spring of this year. Finally, why am I here in Dearborn, Michigan? Some of you will be surprised to know that Dearborn, Michigan is very similar to El Cajon. If we removed all the snow, walking outside would feel a lot like being at home. We're here visiting the Dearborn School District to see how they've responded to the challenge of meeting the needs of English learners coming from the Middle East. Dearborn has a high population of Iraqi and Chaldean second and third generation immigrants. They are also experienced a rapid influx of newcomers and refugees from Syria and other Middle Eastern countries. It seems like it's just El Cajon and Dearborn. Why that's the case, I don't know, but we're here to learn from them and see how they're responding to the language needs of these newcomers. A lot of our new students come with trauma and have experienced hardships. Many of our students have had little or no formal schooling and are learning to read in any language for the first time and come with little or no English. We know our teachers and staff are working as hard as they can. We think that more is not going to solve the problem. We need to do different and look at different ways of staffing and slowing down the process of placing students in classes and really getting to know our students and their families before providing a placement. Ginny Pinkerton is also here to look at early childhood education and how we might best serve our youngest children in the school district. We're also here to study family engagement and resources and tools for teaching kids English in newcomer classes. We wanted to make it here before the winter break so that we can start working on things during the Christmas holidays and have some solutions in place for when we come back to school in the new year. On the topic of textbook adoptions, I want to apologize personally to our kindergarten through 5th grade teachers and our middle school English and history teachers. We were scheduled to pilot and adopt ELA and ELD materials several months ago. Looking closely at the market, what was on the state-approved list of materials, and what types of materials, both print and digital, are available to our students already. So rather than do what we've always done, which would be to identify 3 to 4 publishers like Houghton Mifflin, Harcourt Brace, or McGraw-Hill, and then choose ones to pilot in the classrooms, have a small group of teachers pilot them, and then adopt one and provide them to all teachers, and then have about 20% teachers really happy in using the curriculum, and 80% of the materials sitting on the shelf gathering dust, that's a very poor use of $5 million. So in January, the ELA and ELD Adoption Committee will meet again, and we'll look at a variety of materials, both print and digital, and pilot several solutions, but not limiting us to what's on the state-approved list. Because we provided so much flexibility at the site level to try new resources, teachers have found success with some modern tools. Grade levels and departments have found success with a variety of tools that we should examine and consider during the upcoming adoption process. There's a lot we already have in place, as well as a lot of gaps we need to fill. We do have the money and the intent to provide all teachers and students with modern tools for learning that are relevant and engaging. We just want to make sure we make the most prudent use of our dollars. We'll also explore the opportunity to invest in our own certificated staff who may be interested in curriculum and content development. So rather than rush to adopt a publisher-produced, one-size-fits-all textbook that's out of date the minute it's printed, we'll begin a process of curriculum piloting, creating, and developing that ultimately will free us from the need to ever buy anything from a publisher again, thus freeing up room in our current budget for other opportunities for students and teachers. When we talk about curriculum and resources, this also includes experiences. Several of our students in 5th grade get to go to BizTown. And for those of you who don't know, kids spend several weeks preparing for and interviewing for jobs and learning about the jobs at BizTown. And the kid on the bottom of the screen, he's the mayor, and he's having his opening meeting with his city, and the city hall's there in the middle. Cox Communication and local businesses set up shops so that kids can, for one day, pretend to be a radio disc jockey or an attorney or a banker or a manager at Jack in the Box. That seems to be the kids' favorite. They get to eat popcorn while they're in there. Another opportunity is the world of work. Several of our middle school students have been to Qualcomm's Think a Bit Lab, where they learn about coding and Arduino and programming, but they also learn about the world of work and the different opportunities that are available to them both locally and globally. I've been at both of these places with our students, and it's not uncommon to hear, "This is the best day of my life," and they're sincere about it. The thing that I struggle with is that only some of our kids get to go, and it's just a one-day experience. So we're working with Educators Cooperative and the University of San Diego to explore a program that would allow every student in Cajon Valley to experience the fun and engagement of BizTown, and also the engagement and relevance at Qualcomm's Think a Bit Lab in the world of work. Every child in our school district should learn through their education that they have unique strengths, interests, and values, and that those interests and values and strengths will turn into a passion that could lead to a rewarding career in something that they love to do. And that leads me to my last topic. A couple years ago, the Grossmont High School District was awarded the California Career Trust Grant, where they develop career pathways in career technical education to prepare kids for college and or the current world of work. We met with Tim Glover, the new superintendent of the high school district, and his staff, and talked to them about the pathways and decisions that our 8th graders have to make before they start 9th grade. And we asked what systems are in place to help kids understand what their interests, strengths, and ideas might be to help them make an informed decision. This exposed a critical need that all of us share, kindergarten through 12th grade. So we'll be working together with them on this project to help kids prepare for the career pathways, the career technical ed programs that the high school district offers, and ultimately the world of work. A trend in the current millennial generation is that kids are going straight to college finishing with a degree, moving home, and taking gray-collar jobs. And Starbucks and Walmart are great places to work. They offer great benefits and a service to the community, but kids don't go to a four-year college to take those jobs. And we need to make sure that they have an idea of who they are and what they want to be before they start. And these programs that we're working alongside the high school district to develop and use are going to help our kids and families make better decisions about their futures. Well, for those of you still tuning in, I'll send you off with 50 seconds of Love from Flying Hills with a short piece of a musical that I was able to capture on my school visit there last week. But to all of you, thank you very much for everything you do. Thank you to the families who choose to send their kids to our school district. Thank you to the community of El Cajon and Cajon Valley. And happy holidays and Merry Christmas to all of you. And I'll see you next year.